You can jot down your ideas on your iPad using the Notes app. This lesson looks at creating notes, searching, editing, deleting, and syncing notes. It also looks at how you can use the iPad's microphone to record your notes. So here's the Notes app. And you can have multiple accounts for your notes. It is easier if you do all of your notes under iCloud. And then any device that you have iCloud enabled on should be able to see those notes. So for example, if I've got an iPhone, an iPad and a Mac computer and I'm using iCloud, then any note that I do on one device will be synced to all the other devices. So under iCloud, there are all those notes there that I've been using. So the problem I've found is that if I start a note in a different account, so all the different emails accounts have their own notes. So if I created notes in my Gmail accounts, then this particular note recipe would not be synced across to iCloud because it's only going into the Gmail notes. So if you've got a choice, put them all in iCloud. To set up iCloud, go into Settings and into iCloud and turn Notes on. That's all you've got to do to set that up. And you'd have to do that on every device that has iCloud on it. So you'd have to do it if you've got an iPhone, if you've got any Mac device. If you've got a Windows computer, you can also download the iCloud control panel for Windows. So Notes is turned on. And then I'm going to use all iCloud notes. Now to create a new note, up in the top right corner is the Compose a New Note. And whatever you put on the first line becomes the title of your note. So I can just type it's a test note for a video. Then you have all of the keyboard functions to use. If you've got alternative keyboards, I've got an emoji keyboard. All of those things are available as well in your notes. You can copy and paste from other apps and put that in your notes. So if I went into Safari, and on this web page here, there's an article there that I want to keep. So I'll tap the link to open that, and I might want this information. Tap and hold and then highlight the part you want to copy. Tap the copy and then back to Notes and tap to select your note. So I want to get onto a new line and tap and hold and paste. Now Notes will also transfer web links like website links and any phone number. So if you were tapping and holding that phone number, if it was on my iPhone, I can actually use it. So I could call it using an iPhone if I had an iPhone with me. I could put it into FaceTime audio. I could send a message. I could add it to my contacts. I could copy it, put it into something else. And if I tap the website, it's going to actually go back and open that website. Now, what can you do with the note? Like if I wanted to put this into an email, I'll tap the sharing button. And there are all the different things I can do to share that note. I can put it into a message, a text message, email it, Twitter and Facebook. On the iPad in iOS 8, you can actually add more apps to share the information to. So I could send it straight to my Evernote account. If I put in more, any app that is able to deal with text notes can be selected. So I might want to put it into Pinterest, for example, and it would send it up to a Pinterest account. So anything that I select there by sliding it can be used to share notes. You can copy it, you can print it. There's no other options there. So if I wanted to email it, mail, it would open up a mail message and put the contents of that note in, where I could then go and add anything else I wanted to and then address it and send it. To sync a note, I'll just open up Notes. There's a Notes app on the Apple computer. Notes app here. A bit smaller. And as soon as I've got that app open, you can see that note that I just started on the iPad has been synced across. If I click the number, then it's going to open up Skype. So that's not the same as calling it with an iPhone. And whatever I change on here, so if I add more to this note on the computer, I just type something else, adding more information to that note. And as soon as I do that, it updates the note up on the iPad. There it is there, adding more information to the note. Or it hasn't got the note, it'll come back again if I go back. It's completed it. So every time you change something on one device, it is synced across to another device. If you log into your iCloud account, you can also see your notes. So in iCloud, I've logged into, on any browser, and I've logged into iCloud.com and authenticated myself, a Notes app. So when I open up the Notes app, there's the test note for the video, so it's been synced up to iCloud as well, along with the extra information. So every time I change something on one device, it's synced to another. Now, if I wanted to delete this note on iCloud, I can just tap delete the notes, and then it should also disappear from all the other devices. So it's gone from the iPad. Now if I close that app and open up Notes again, it's gone. So syncing notes becomes very simple. Let's just create a new note, call it test note. To delete notes, you could do it as I just showed you there through iCloud and delete it there, and all other copies of that note will also disappear. There's a trash icon on the top right in the iPad, so I could select that. It gives me an opportunity to back out, and I could delete it by tapping that. It's also quicker to just swipe right on the note, and you can delete it from there. So 2 ways to delete your notes. You can also search for notes. So if I've got a lot of notes here, because I do notes for ideas that I have, information I want to keep, phone numbers, things that just pop into my head. It's just a bit more detailed than a reminders app. So if I'm looking for something, I know there's something in here on buttons and switches of the iPad, and I don't know what note it's in. So if I go to the very top, I can actually start a search by typing in the text that I want to find. Don't really have to go too detailed, search, and it's giving me the actual app which has got that in there, and there's the iPad's button and switches. That's the information I wanted. Then I can tap that cross and delete that search term. So it becomes very useful. You can also record your notes. So if I set up a new note, I have a microphone on the keyboard. So I'm going to tap that. Today is Sunday and tomorrow is Monday, full stop. I hope it will be a nice, fine day tomorrow. And then tap done. Now, it got every word but one wrong. Right, it got this word wrong. So you can go back in and edit it. So I wanted that to be fine. So I guess it depends on how well you speak, how clear you speak, the environment you're speaking in. And so I've got that text, and I can then add to it, or I could go and share it to email or put it in a text message, for example, and send that off to someone. So it could be a text message if I didn't want to type it. But it's also a note. Then delete it. So this lesson we took a look at the Notes app. It is the perfect app to jot down ideas, and you can use it instead of a full-fledged word processing suite. It's simple and it works. That's all for this lesson. What?